Hello children. For the topic for class 8 today is parallelograms and its properties. We have already learned this in the previous class. Let us have a recap of that before we start the sums. Okay, using the properties we are going to solve sums today. Right. Okay, now the first property that we learned was, what is it? In a parallelogram, just say we have a parallelogram ABCD. We find opposite sides are equal, correct? First property is opposite sides are equal. Then what is the next property that we learned? Opposite angles are equal. That also we learned, right? Then the third property that we learned was the diagonals bisect each other, correct? Diagonals bisect each other. Bisect each other means this part is equal to this part and this part is equal to this part. Just say you have AO will be equal to OC, OB equal to OD. Then also we know that opposite sides are equal and parallel, right? Yes or no? That is another property. Then we have another property, the adjacent angles. Adjacent means the next angles, that is A and B. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Supplementary means what? You've learnt earlier, no? Supplementary means they add up to 180 degrees. So that means angle A plus angle B will be equal to 180 degrees. But angle A will be equal to angle C and angle B will be equal to angle D. These are the properties that we have learnt earlier. Now today let us do some sums based on this. Okay? Let's see how we can do it. Okay. So in the first sum, let's have the first sum where we have parallelogram BE, S and T. Just say this angle is given to me 100 degrees. Okay? And they want us to find this X, this angle and this angle. Okay? So this is Y and this is given to me Z. Now using the properties of a parallelogram, we have to solve this. Now let us see, what do we know that opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. So what do you think X will be? X will be equal to 100, correct? Yes or no? Then we know that adjacent angles are what? Supplementary. That means they add up to 180. So what is Z going to be equal to? 180 minus 100. How much is that going to be? 80 degrees. Yes? Now what is Y going to be? Y, you can find it in two ways. One, X and Y are corresponding angles. So they will be equal. So X and Y should be equal. So it should be 100 degrees only. Another way of finding Y will be these two angles are linear pairs. Linear pairs means they will add up to 180. So if Z is 80, this will be 180 minus 80, which is 100. In both ways, you'll get the same answer. Are we okay with this? So, what is the property I used? X is equal to 100. Why? Opposite angles, correct, are equal. Then, here, how did I get Z? Z I use this property where adjacent angles are supplementary. Angles are supplementary. Okay. Then, in this what did I do? We can use either linear pair or corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are equal. If you use corresponding angles, then X and Y will be the same. Corresponding angles are equal. Did you understand this sum? Okay. Now let us do one more sum. Right? Okay. Now the next sum that they are given is, just say you have parallelogram like this, where it is RING, and they have given the angle R to be 70 degrees, and they want you to find all the other angles. Which angle? They want this angle, they want this angle, and they want this angle. Now let us use the properties of a parallelogram. They have said RING is a parallelogram. So what will it be? If this is 70 degrees, what do you think Y will be? Naturally, angle R is equal to angle N equal to 70 degrees. Why? Opposite angles are equal. Okay? Opposite angles are equal. Now, let us say, now how will I find X? These two are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So what can I say? Therefore, X is equal to 180 minus 70. So what will you get? You will get 110 degrees. This is adjacent angles are supplementary. Understand? These are adjacent angles are supplementary. Now if X is equal to 110, what do you think Z will be? So Z is also going to be 110 since opposite angles are equal. Why? Because this is opposite angles are equal. So did you understand how to solve this sum? Okay, they have given only one value, 70, and they asked you to find the remaining angles. Now for that we know that opposite angles are equal. So if this is 70, naturally this will be 70. That is what we have got. Angle R equal to R, angle N equal to 70 degrees. Opposite angles are equal. Now we know that adjacent angles are supplementary. Supplementary means they add up to 180 degrees. So how will I get this value of X? X will be equal to 180 minus 70, and so I have got 110. Now if X is 110, naturally Z is also 110 because opposite angles are equal. Did you understand? Okay. Now let us do one more sum. Okay. Now let us see. Okay, let's say we have a parallelogram like this given. A, B, C and D. And they have given diagonals like this. Okay, A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. That is what they have said. And they have said here X plus Y, and here they have said this is 15. Okay, and here they have said, just say they have said X, and here they have said 7. Okay, now they want us to find X and Y. Now please look at the sum. We know that diagonals will bisect each other. Bisect means divide into two equal halves. That means AO equal to OC. So in a parallelogram, AO will be equal to OC and BO is equal to OD. Correct? So let us equate. So what does that become? You will get this BO equal to OD means X is equal to, 7 is equal to X. So what is the value of X? We have got 7. Now when I say AO is equal to OC, what do I get? That implies X plus Y equal to 15. Now what is X value given as? 7. So 7 plus Y equal to 15. So what is Y equal to 15? When I take 7 that side, it will become minus 7. You are transposing, right? Plus 7, when you take it that side, it will become minus 7. So what is Y equal to? 8. So did you understand how to find the value of X and Y when the values are given in the diagonal? Okay. When did you understand? This property that we are using here is diagonals bisect each other. Now I'll give you one more sum where the sides are given and they want us to find the value of X and Y. Okay. Supposing they say find the value of X and Y if supposing this is P, Q, R and S. Okay. Just say they said 3x here and here they have given 18 centimeters. Okay, and here they have said it is x plus y, and here they have given 15 centimeters. Okay, so what will you get? Now we know the PQRS is given to be a parallelogram. So in the parallelogram, they are given some values and they want you to find x and y. Now what's the property in the parallelogram? Opposite sides are equal and parallel. Now if opposite sides are going to be equal, can I say 3x and 18 are the same? That is PQ is equal to RS, correct? Or SR. Yes. So what does that imply? 3x is equal to 18. So when I transpose, what is x equal to? Here we have a multiplication sign. When you take it that side, it will become divide by 3. So you get 6. So x is equal to 6. Now if you know x value, now let us see. Now these two sides should be equal in a parallelogram. That is PS is equal to QR. Correct? Now what is PS? 15 is equal to, what is QR? X plus y. Okay. Now substitute, what is x? X is 6. 6 plus y. So what is y equal to? 15 minus 6. And that is 9 is equal to y. So what is the value of x? X I have got 6 and y I have got 9. Did you understand how to do sums like this based on the properties of a parallelogram? Have you understood? Okay. Now we'll do one more sum and with that we'll stop. Okay. Okay. So just say they are given like this. HOPE. And this is extended. And they have given this to be 70 degrees. And here they have given this to be 40 degrees. And here Z. Okay. And here is X. And this is Y. Now, we have to find X, Y, Z, where HOPE is a parallelogram. Now, in a parallelogram, we know that opposite angles are equal. Now, how can we go about it to find the value of X, Y, and Z? Okay, now first we can find this value. Yes, shall I mark this as W? Now, how will I get W? W will be a linear pair to 70, correct? So, what does that imply? W is equal to 180 minus 70, and that is equal to 110 degrees. So, we have got the value of Y because this is a linear pair. Linear pair means angles on a straight line are always 180. So, these two angles will add up to 180. So, 180 minus 70 will be 110. Now, we know that opposite angles are equal in a parallelogram. So, W will be equal to X. So, what is X value? X will also be 110. Have you understood? Yes or no? Now, then you have learnt in the lower classes that when we have a transversal, yes, what happens? This angle and this angle are known as alternate interior angles and they will be equal. Correct? This angle and this angle will be equal. Correct? So, now let us see. Now, this is a parallelogram. So, this line and this line will be parallel and this will be a transversal. Correct? So, if I take that Z theorem, if this is 40, what is Y going to be equal to? 40. Very good. Y is equal to 40 since what? Alternate interior angles are equal. Have you got it? Okay. Now let us see how we get Z. Now Z is what? We know that there are three angles, no? In a triangle, this triangle, HOP is a triangle, and an angle sum property in a triangle is all three angles will add up to 180. That is, in triangle HOP, what do we get? Z plus W plus Y equal to 180 degrees. This is angle sum property. Now do we know Z? We don't know. Z plus what is W? W we have got 110 plus what is Y? Y is 40. Correct. That is equal to 180 degrees. That is Z plus 150 is equal to 180 degrees. So in that case, what is Z equal to? 180 minus 150, which is equal to 30 degrees. Did you understand? So in this sum, it's a very important sum. We have many properties which we have learnt in the lower classes coming into play also. So you should know how to do it. Now in this sum, let me recap. They had given this to be 40 degrees and the exterior angle to be 70 degrees. And they have asked you to find X, Y and Z. Okay. Now here I mark this angle as W. Now this W and 70 are linear pairs. So using that property, I found the value of W. How did I find the value of W? W is equal to 180 minus 70, which is equal to 110. So once I got 110 for W, I know that these two angles are equal in a parallelogram because they are opposite angles. So what is X equal to? 110, which is the same as W. Have you got it? Okay. Now, then I am taking, in a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel, correct? And equal. So if they are parallel, HP will be a transversal. So if I take the Z theorem, what will happen? 40 and Y will be alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles we have learned in the lower class that they are equal. So Y is equal to 40 degrees. So we have got the value of Y. Now you go for this triangle HOP. This is a triangle. What is the angle sum property in a triangle? The three angles will add up to 180. That is what I have done. Z plus W, Z plus W plus Y equal to 180. So now substitute. Z is equal to Z plus W is 110 plus Y is 40 equal to 180 degrees. So what is Z plus 110 plus 40 is 150 equal to 180. Now transpose 150 that side. So you will get Z is equal to 180 minus 150. So Z is equal to 30 degrees. I hope you have understood how to apply the properties of a parallelogram to find unknown angles and unknown sides. Okay. Stay home, stay safe. Have a nice day, children. Thank you.